From Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati, Ohio, it's St. Louis Cardinals baseball on Fox Sports Midwest. Final game of a 3-game series here this afternoon. The Reds won yesterday. The Cardinals now 7 games behind the Reds, Pirates, and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Both winners, the Dodgers making a blockbuster deal this week. Glad you're with us. Rick Horton with Al Roboski. And Al, what is your take on this series so far?
Well, obviously we would like to have won yesterday. That did not happen. But if you take this game here today and you win the series, mission accomplished.
Well, we'll see if the Cardinals can do that behind their starting pitcher, Adam Wainwright. Alan Craig's in the lineup, hitting cleanup. More from Great American Ballpark after this.
Grand slam!
The Cards play right here on Fox Sports Midwest.
Cardinals baseball on Fox Sports Midwest is brought to you by a reminder from Budweiser. Great times are waiting. Designate a driver. By your Mid-America Chevy dealers, the #1 selling brand in St. Louis. Find us at stlchevy.com. By Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers, #1 for quality tires and expert auto service. And by Steak and Shake, just no equal. Fans filing into Great American Ballpark. Final game of the 3-game series. Cardinals in the middle of a 10-game road trip. Very important trip for St. Louis. And a key game here this afternoon. Here's the Cardinals batting order. John Jay, Matt Carpenter, and Matt Holliday will hit in the first, followed by Alan Craig, Carlos Beltran, Yadier Molina behind the plate. He's been red hot. Skip Schumacher, Rafael Furcal, and Adam Wainwright for Mike Matheny. And they'll face the right-hander, Homer Bailey.
26 years of age. He's got 10 victories on the season and 5 blown saves by his bullpen. He's 1-1 this year against the Cardinals, and he can be very good and he can be very bad. We'll just see which Homer Bailey shows up. Hopefully it's the Homer Bailey.
17 of the 21 home runs he's given up have been here at home. He's been better on the road than at home. Here's the defense behind Bailey, brought to you by Dobbs, Ludwig, Heisey, and Bruce in the outfield. Roland, Cozart, Phillips, and Frazier on the infield. Frazier's been terrific. Hannigan behind the plate, and Homer Bailey, the pitcher. And we're just about ready to get underway. First pitch from Bailey is just off the inside corner. Ball 1 to John Jay. Jay at .388 in the month of August, sitting on a 6-game hitting streak.
And he's hit well against Bailey. John Jay does have that 6-game hitting streak, but he, for the most part, is a much better hitter at home than on the road.
Curveball, broken bat. Phillips, very good fielder, throws out Jay. Matt Carpenter had a sacrifice fly here yesterday. The Cardinals dropped game 2 of the series 8-2. Jaime Garcia so-so in his start. The fly ball to left. Over is Ludwig.
Brandon Phillips recognized as probably the best second baseman in the National League. Look at the technique here. 2 hands, really gets there, looks it right into the glove, and then watch this unique throw. Slides the ball into the 4-seam grip. And it's underneath it, but he's the one with the gold gloves on his mantle.
You would normally teach a little more footwork to get your body moving in the direction of the throw, but he's so smooth and so good. Gold Glover and an All-Star. Matt Holliday, 5-game hitting streak, 8 for his last 22. 8th in the National League in batting at .304.
And over 400 with a couple home runs against Homer Bailey. Cardinals had 3 home runs off of him in the one outing, losing effort in St. Louis. His first start of the year.
Good live fastball. 94-95, was the former National High School Player of the Year, which got him a 7th pick in the MLB draft, 7th pick overall. That was in 2004. And he's had some shoulder problems over the years, but very talented pitcher. And a strikeout of Holiday. Good inning for Homer Bailey. 1-2-3. Adam Wainwright to work when we come back. Cincinnati Reds have hit very well since the All-Star break. A number of players having very good second halves. Zach Cozart, the rookie shortstop, leads off. Chris Heisey will play center field. The struggling Drew Stubbs out today. Brandon Phillips, Ryan Ludwig, and Jay Bruce in the middle. Todd Frazier could be the Rookie of the Year in the National League. Former Cardinal Scott Rowland bats 7th. Hannigan and Bailey round out the order for Cincinnati, facing Adam Wainwright, who was fantastic in his last outing.
Sure was. He threw his 4th complete game of the season, a 5-hit shutout. That's the 2nd shutout of this season against Houston, with a tying his career high in strikeouts. He has struggled against the Reds, 0-2 this year, but I think right now we're starting to see the Adam Wainwright that we expect, and that means a co-ace.
Bailey looked very good in the top of the first. Good start for Wainwright as he paints the outside corner.
It's going to be a start where neither starter has had much success against the other team, but they are really going to set the tone for this game.
Wainwright had the high strikeout total, Al, in his last game, but he also really had good command. Not a lot of walks. He kept his pitch count low.
Had 1 walk in that game, but
curveball. Carpenter playing third base here this afternoon, throws out Cozart. David Freese still dealing with the issue of getting hit on the wrist. Holiday, Jay, and Beltran will be in the outfield for St. Louis. There's Carpenter at third for Colin Schumacher up the middle today. Alan Craig again the first baseman, and Wainwright and Molina the battery, brought to you by Dobbs.
At least we got Molina back behind the plate. Tony Cruz did a nice job once again. Couple hits yesterday's game, but it's nothing like the Molina's leadership and his bat in the lineup. But it's all going to be about Adam Wainwright taking charge and holding these Reds down.
Two ground outs. Good start for Wainwright. And here's what you're talking about, Al. Both these pitchers have not pitched well against the clubs they're facing today. Are Toyota keys to the game.
3 and 6 for each starter. There's Homer Bailey, a little bit higher ERA. The one good thing, especially in this ballpark, is Adam Wainwright more of a ground ball pitcher. Homer Bailey has a tendency to get the ball in the air, and as you mentioned, 17 of the 21 home runs Homer Bailey is allowed have been hit in this ballpark.
Adam 5th in the National League in ground ball percentage. A little surprised by that particular stat. And he's gotten a couple of ground balls already.
And what I like, he's 9th in the National League in strikeouts. Even when he struggled in the first month of the season, he was getting his strikeouts. But his breaking ball and his cutter have become much more effective. Not the best curveball, but he fools Phillips to swing at a ball that's 8 inches outside. And Phillips hit the home run yesterday.
Jammed, but takes it the other way for a base hit. He might try 2. Beltran up, throw to second base, and they got him. Carlos Beltran, his throw right on the money. Phillips doesn't like the call, but the Cardinals have retired Cincinnati here in the first, thanks to the arm of Carlos Beltran. Welcome back to Cincinnati. The next Family Sunday is September 9th. The Cardinals hosting the Brewers. All fans purchasing individual tickets in select seats will receive a Hunter hot dog and a Coca-Cola. Get your Hunter Family Sunday tickets at cardinals.com/values. Let's take a look at the delivery of Homer Bailey.
Ball tight to his chest. See him focusing on his target. Leads with that glove, tucks it away.
Love those slow motion shots. You can see the effort and the tension on shoulder and elbow for a pitcher. Sometimes painful to watch those slow motion shots, but Homer Bailey has had shoulder issues, but he looks fine here this afternoon.
Carlos Beltran in the month of August with his ability to garner assists. It's his eighth of the year, and 6 of them here in the month of August.
Takes a break and pitch low. 1 for 8 here in Cincinnati. Still atop the National League leaderboard in RBIs with 85, tied with Holiday and Braun.
One for 8 on this road trip. And he gets to this ball quickly, and strong, accurate throw, nails Phillips.
I see why Phillips was complaining about perhaps not being tagged.
But the throw beat him. Percal just had the glove sitting there, and he tried to slide around it. Let me ask you this, Rick. You want to go back and let them hit?
No.
Okay.
So let's not show that replay again.
We can show it. We showed it enough.
It'll be our little secret.
Sure, we won't tell anybody.
High fastball. Past Beltran. 2 strikeouts for Bailey. We'll hop to it.
One on the inside, but the ball up above the strike zone. The hitter sees it, but he can't hit it. Usually he comes up empty. And pop-up is about the best you can do with that pitch. Gotti with his 17th home run yesterday. Now 3 consecutive years with his RBIs in the 60s, and he will set a new career high very shortly.
We mentioned earlier in the week the highest batting average for a Cardinal catcher ever, 332, Ted Simmons. Molina just keeps going up and up and up.
He's 3rd in the National League right now. Teddy was 332 in 1975. Hit 333 left-handed, 332 right-handed.
A little bit out in front of the off-speed pitch. Izzy has it. 6 straight for Bailey. This week on Toyota Cardinals Live, it's the best of Sunday sevens. We're ranking all things Cardinals. Toyota Cardinals Live tomorrow at 5:30, followed by the Cardinals and the Pirates at 6 p.m. on Fox Sports Midwest.
So we're going to do the best of Sunday sevens all through the week.
Shows how versatile we are.
Or how Brad Straubinger's mind works.
Afraid to go there. Brad does a great job producing our pregame show. Max Linewan handles the Cardinals Live postgame show. Pat Paris all season long, and Jim Hayes as well. Just do a great job with that. And you get a chance to delve into a lot of aspects of the game, both prior and post. And we appreciate all their work. Adam Wainwright. Cutter swung on and missed by Ludwig, who has been a bit of a Cardinal killer this year. 303 against St. Louis. 3 for 4 yesterday. Wainwright has that bulldog look, doesn't he?
He sure does. And Ludwig, hot bat. He's really swung the bat well since the All-Star break, but fooled by that breaking ball.
When Ludwig stepped out of the box, Wainwright did not move an inch. He had that locked-in look, and was, to me, appeared like hey, I'm going to strike you out. You can step out of the box all you want, but you're out, and I'm going to wait right here until you get back in the box.
And that's what you love, is that mannerism on the mound. He's so determined. Hitters can sense weakness from pitchers just by their body language, and to combat that, think about the way Carpenter is or the way Adam is right now. Not everyone does it that way, but if you have it within yourself, it really does send a very positive message to the opposition. And he's throwing strikes, isn't he? He's getting them to chase balls out of the strike zone too. Show that graphic about him throwing strikes, he's falling behind the count. No walks.
Never fails. 3-1 to Jay Bruce, who hit a 432-foot home run yesterday off of Jaime Garcia. Cutter is fouled at the plate. And Bruce is 4th in the National League with his 27 home runs.
Last few years, he's hit a lot of home runs off of left-handed pitching.
Base hit to right. They had the shift on. Finds a hole on the right side. 1-out single. That's the second hit for Cincinnati. Phillips had a base hit in the first and was out trying to stretch it into a double. Nice throw from Beltran.
See the shift right there. Does this go where the vacated second base area is? Pretty close. You're shaking your head, Rick.
Well, we don't like it when it doesn't work. It just is annoying when the shift doesn't work. When it works, we're all happy.
I'm annoyed.
Okay. Good fastball is by Frazier.
First pitch strike, 6 for 6. That's something that you can fall into a pattern and throw too many strikes. But he looks like he's making him on the edges and not down the middle.
It's also good on those first pitch strikes if they are a variety of pitches.
Correct.
Start them off with a curveball every once in a while, a changeup, a cutter.
Don't want to develop a pattern where hitters can say, okay, I'm going to go up there. He's throwing 20 straight fastballs on first pitch. They look fastball. If you mix it up, they're still guessing. Got the good curve working today.
And there it is. Ground ball to short for call to Schumacher and on to first. Wainwright gets the double play. Ball that he wanted. Well turned. No score through 2. Cardinals baseball on Fox Sports Midwest is brought to you by the new wireless receiver from AT&T Uverse. Visit att.com/freeYourTV. Rethink possible. by mykiastlouis.com. And get the All-American Jack Combo at Jack in the Box. It's a no-nonsense burger with fries and a drink for only $4.99 plus tax at participating stores. Temperatures in the mid-80s and climbing here in Cincinnati. Great American Ballpark on the banks of the Ohio River. Good pitching so far through 2. Skip Schumacher, 4 for his last 8. Leads it off for St. Louis. Schumacher, Furcal, and Wainwright scheduled in the 3rd.
Skip a couple stints on the disabled list, but batting .319 when he starts a game and .308 overall.
Bailey has a very good fastball today. You can tell in the early going, all just jumping out of his hand. Seems to have good command with it as well. Hard hit in the gap in right center by Schumacher. Heisey's trying to run it down. Schumacher looking for 2. And the throw offline, leadoff double for Schumacher. Jim Hayes is with us here this afternoon. And Jim, you have some more news on the Cardinal third baseman David Freese.
Yeah, Freese is still dealing with soreness in that left wrist. Not in the starting lineup today. Mike Matheny saying he may be available to pinch hit. He got hit by a pitch Friday night. It was still bothering him last night, so he had it checked out. The test showed no structural damage, no breaks. David says he expects to be back in the lineup tomorrow.
Thanks, Jim. That certainly could have been worse when we saw that pitch up and in on Freese. Anything around the wrist area. Cardinals will need him in Pittsburgh. Redbirds headed to play the Pirates for 3, then the Nationals for 4, and this road trip is so critical to this season.
Need all hands on deck. Unfortunately, you didn't have Molina or Freese yesterday, and David's out again today, but Schumacher's been hot, and so has Furcal. Into the order. Tony Cruz is in the 7th spot. Helped out yesterday, a couple rallies.
Rafi has hit in 7 straight games, trying to pull the ball to move the runner Schumacher from 2nd to 3rd. David Freese, game 1 of this series. Pitch up and in and right on the left wrist.
Remember, he had the hand broken. I think that was last year also, but you also look at that and that ball coming in there, and it's just such a surprise to hitters. They just don't really bail out and get out of the way of pitches.
Fly ball to center. Schumacher is tagging and he's not going to go. Strong throw from Heisey. Keeps him there at the bag at 2nd.
If you're the runner at second base, all you're really watching is, does he get in position? And Heisey did. You know, he circles the ball, he gets his momentum coming forward, he gets rid of it quickly, and that will stop most runners. If you don't do those things, then you go ahead and challenge the arm.
Cardinals had a missed opportunity yesterday when Jaime Garcia was not able to get a bunt down, which cost him probably a run, maybe more in the early going.
Yeah, you never know. But the way it played out, it did cost him a run.
And Furcal unable to move Schumacher from 2nd to 3rd looms important. And both pitchers look sharp. You have to take advantage of every opportunity. A leadoff double should be a run.
Really should, you know, play small ball. Situational hitting.
The reality is 2 ground balls can score that run.
you don't always have to get base hits. You know, you can.
Wainwright a chance to help himself. Swinging better of late.
Almost like he flipped the switch. You know, when I think in his mind, when he turned the corner, maybe he had a rough outing right here to start the second half against the Reds, but pretty much when we get to August this month, he's really turned it on a notch.
The 2-2.
And the hitting has improved.
Wainwright in his career has hit .207
with 5 career home runs, and he's also won his last 4 decisions.
Spoils that 3-2 pitch.
He's had one of the better at bats by the Cardinals tonight.
Agreed. And so has Skip Schumacher. He's the runner at second base, leadoff double. He had a 3-hit night on Friday. Takes his lead. And the pitch to Wainwright. It's a base hit to left. Schumacher is going to be held up at third. Ludwig gets the throw in to Scott Rowland. And Adam Wainwright does help himself. Hard hit, base hit.
Pulls it through the left side here. With 1 out, Ludwig comes up. Didn't have a strong throw, but he had already pulled up the runner Schumacher at third base. Now you got your scenario that you have to get this run in. Jay, 6-game hitting streak. He's 3 for 10 on the trip.
Slightly open stance. Check swing. Did go, says Brian Runge, the home plate umpire.
Sometimes Homer Bailey will throw a splitter to the left-handed batters.
Safety squeeze is bunted, and they're going to call it a foul ball.
It hit the bat again while he was in the batter's box.
Was not the suicide squeeze. Schumacher was not off with the pitch, but the minute that ball was bunted, he did take off from third.
The problem with that one was it stayed right in the dirt area. Get it out on the grass, it's very difficult to defend.
Cardinals trying to jump out on top here in the third. Base hit up the middle, John Jay. One nothing St. Louis.
9th RBI for John Jay, and this is one of the bigger ones of the year. Get a lead. You want the ball up. That produces the pop-up or a swing and miss. But he gets the ball down and just right in. Perfect spot for him to hit that ball hard up the middle.
Poor location.
Third hit of the inning, yeah. Makes that location. Maybe he does get the pop-up. Maybe he gets the strikeout.
Now Matt Carpenter. And Rafael Furcal feels a lot better right now.
pick-me-up time.
Exactly right.
There'll be times when you can have all the proper mindset, try to know what your responsibilities are, try to do it, but just don't get the job done. And you hope one of your teammates picks you up. John Jay did.
There's that splitter. Out in front is Matt Carpenter, who flew out in the first inning. 1-0 St. Louis. 3 hits in the inning. Schumacher, Wainwright, and John Jay. John Jay was as demonstrative as we've ever seen him coming out of the box after that base hit. Didn't exactly flip his bat, but he did a little celebration at home plate. He was just happy to be able to contribute. He got a pitch he could handle, and he certainly enjoyed that moment.
Cardinals need to win this game. In the series, you pick up a game on the Reds. We'll play them again the final 3 games of the year, but this is, in my mind, a must-win.
Fastball high.
Bailey looked so good retiring the first 6 men to start this game, but here the Schumacher double, and now 3 hits this inning. Got a full count on Carpenter, and all of a sudden he's starting to show the little crack in the arm. Carpenter's come up with a lot of big hits.
Ground ball to the right side, base hit past John Jay. Wainwright will be held at third. Strong arm in right in Jay Bruce, and the bases are now loaded for St. Louis and Matt Holliday. Chris Carpenter has done very well off the bench. A hitting machine, over 300, finds a hole.
Just took that one a little bit away from him. There's John Jay, and here's what you're talking about, how excited he was, and yeah, no doubt about it.
Didn't really get a sense that that was showing anybody up. He just was recognizing, as you said, the importance of that at bat and of this game.
Any pitcher that takes that as an insult is
looking for something.
Well, yeah, they're misinterpreting. Just a guy happy to come up with a clutch hit.
Matt Holliday swings and misses. Homer Bailey was amped up a bit in the first inning, and he was a little animated coming off the mound talking to the home plate umpire, wanting to make sure he was getting the strikes that he thought he should be getting. Not really an argument, but you could tell he was amped up a bit.
And the Reds have the same mindset. They want to put away their Cardinals.
You bet.
Holliday, 2 home runs, 9 for 23 off of Bailey.
In the dirt, nice play by Hannigan.
This crowd still filing in, but it seems like there's an awful lot of Cardinal support in the stands.
A lot of Cardinal fans walking around the streets of Cincinnati this weekend, enjoying the trip here. Ground ball, base hit, Holliday. Wainwright scores, and so does Jay. 3-0 St. Louis.
Matt Holliday now takes over the National League RBI leadership with 87. Ludwig's struggled, and there's a pitch up over the middle. It just hits it, powers it through the left side. Might be a play on John Jay, but Ludwig cannot connect. I think he would have scored easily, but that just guaranteed it, as Matt can just hit the ball so hard, and so many of his ground balls always find holes because of the velocity they leave his bat.
5 hits in the inning for St. Louis against a pitcher who dominated the first 2 innings, Homer Bailey. Al, he looks so good retiring those first 6 Cardinals.
I think he looks just fine.
I'm with you. You prefer him like this?
If you want me to be honest, yes, sir.
You're always honest, Al.
Try to be.
3-0 St. Louis. Alan Craig had his 13-game hitting streak snapped yesterday. He's at 314. Chance for more for St. Louis. Carpenter and Holiday, the base runners.
Aimed that curveball.
Sure did.
Ricky, when you and I pitched, no hitter ever took that hanger.
I don't think you ever threw any.
Oh yeah, not many. I didn't throw many, but when I did, I threw a curveball for a strike. It surprised me, the umpire, and the hitter.
He asked to see the ball. What was that? Homer Bailey struggling here in the 3rd. Cardinals are 5-6 against the Reds in 2012. St. Louis 12 games over 500, 7 games behind the Reds going into play today, hoping to win this series 2-1 with a victory here this afternoon, and they have the early lead, 3-0. Hannigan has done a nice job behind the plate for the Reds this year. You mentioned yesterday, no catcher in baseball has a better catcher's ERA than Hannigan. Pitching in a ballpark like this, done a nice job.
And that's why it was interesting that Mesoraco, their #1 prospect in the minor league system, just recently sent down. He wasn't even catching that much. Yes, he was getting 2 of the starters, 2 of the 5, but Hannigan has established himself as the man. 5 hits this inning for the Redbirds, 4 consecutive.
And the turnaround for Homer Bailey. Craig strikes out. You can subscribe to MLB.TV today and take advantage of a new low pricing, and see every remaining Cardinals out-of-market game live online and on your favorite devices in HD quality. Visit Cardinals.com to order and get more details. MLB.TV, baseball everywhere. Carlos Beltran. Ball 1. Beltran struck out on a high fastball in the 2nd. 3 strikeouts for Bailey, but a good inning offensively for the Cardinals, and we've seen that before from the Cardinals. All of a sudden they just strike.
Just hope they just continue.
Hard hit right at Kozar. The shift works there for Cincinnati. John Jay with the Cardinals' first RBI, 3-0. If you want to be as tall and strong as World Series MVP, drink milk and track your growth with a David Freese Midwest Dairy Growth Chart. Kids ages 15 and younger entering with a ticket will receive the Freese Growth poster on Monday, September 3rd, courtesy of Midwest Dairy. Visit Cardinals.com for details. Adam Wainwright Stake to a 3-run lead.
Very important for Adam to come out here and just continue to have his dominant performance. Just go out there and shut down inning. Start with rolling.
Cutter, strike one. Rolling 357 since the All-Star break.
He's 19 RBIs for 1,300 in his career.
Curveball, bit of a hanger, but he gets away with it.
Scott is mad at himself because he got a pitch to drive, and he pops it up.
Wainwright knows that as well.
Sure.
Ryan Hannigan at 290. 0 for 2 in the series.
His catcher ERA did take a little hit on Friday night, but it's at 3.01. That's the lowest among all major league catchers. And in his last 12 appearances, batting .433.
Good pitch from Wainwright. Relievers for Cincinnati, lowest earned run average in all of baseball, 2.76 for their bullpen pitchers. Atlanta Braves right behind them in the National League. They're at 2.98.
Two closers have something to do with that. Hagen did not like that call. Ryan Runge, and right at the bottom of the strike zone. That's good, especially when the Cardinals got the lead. Ryan Runge is part of a 3-generation umpiring family. His dad Paul and his grandfather Ed were all major league umpires.
Curveball from Wainwright right between his legs. Schumacher there on the run, throws out Hannigan.
I think Adam's happy now that that ball did not hit his leg, but he tried to put his legs together so it go off the shins, and still it goes through, but Schumacher was right there to make the play. Field your position.
Twinkle toes.
One of the few times you see a little smile from him when he's out there on the mound. The rest of the time it's that good demeanor going right after you.
Ground ball up the middle for call behind second base. Throws out Homer Bailey. Wainwright has faced the minimum through 3-0 St. Louis. Seven games behind the Cincinnati Reds, who lead the National League Central Division. The Cardinals just a game ahead of Pittsburgh. And here's those standings for you. The Pirates 8 games behind the Reds, and you look at that wild card and really you can't count out Arizona yet. Pittsburgh, Los Angeles Dodgers, of course, 2 wild card positions available this year in the new playoff format. Cardinals have that second position as of today, but 36 games left for Mike Matheny and his club, and a lot can happen in those 36 games.
Yeah, just think what a lot happened for LA Dodgers yesterday. Took on $261 million in contracts. Adrian Gonzalez, Crawford, who just had the Tommy John surgery last week, but he'll be there, and of course Nick Punto, the shredder, will be there along with a starter, a good one.
Our carsoup.com email the booth question. Shane from Columbia, Missouri. I think the Dodgers now the team to beat in the National League after that trade.
They're definitely one that you're going to have to contend with.
Molina is retired.
Who would have thought they'd have Victorino, Hanley Ramirez, Adrian Gonzalez, Josh Beckett, Carl Crawford, Nick Punto, the shredder, all since the season started.
Adrian Gonzalez, a 3-run home run in the first inning last night.
Oh, he's an outstanding player. And
Sure is. And not only that, Vin Scully has decided to come back for one more year. 64th season in the booth for the Dodgers. He is so good.
What a storyteller he is. Always made sure we had a radio in the bullpen. Played the Dodgers to listen to his tales.
It's one of those fun things about being a Dodger for a couple years, getting to spend a lot of time with him on the road and hear him as well on a daily basis. Wonderful broadcaster. Schumacher got things rolling for the Cardinals in the 3rd inning. Leadoff double. Reds play him straight up on the infield. And they give him that gap in right center again. Off the line and right a bit is Jay Bruce. Broken bat. One hopper to the shortstop, Kozar. 2 outs in the 4th. Cardinals will head to Pittsburgh, and Kyle Loesch, Jake Westbrook, and Joe Kelly will start the 3 games in Pittsburgh against A.J. Burnett, James McDonald, and Wandy Rodriguez.
Great pitching matchup tomorrow.
15-game winner in Burnett, and a 13-game winner in Kyle Loesch.
All the cliches apply. You know, you got to win one at a time, but
the call is jammed. He's retired. Bailey back on track. Cardinals lead by 3. On Saturday, September 1st, Fox Sports Networks and FX are the places to turn for a full day of college football action. Our coverage of college football begins Saturday, September 1st at 11 a.m. on FSN and FX. Adam Wainwright, warm-up tosses for the 4th inning, and Adam doing what we've seen him do all season long. Nice, easy warm-up tosses. Last Cardinal to get onto the field, maybe 4 or 5 pitches at what, 30% velocity?
I mean, it's nice and fluid, but with hardly any effort. Just get the arm loose, but most guys have to exert a lot more effort to get back into where they feel like they're ready, but not at them. It's one of his little ways of conserving, as he's coming off of Tommy John surgery, and nobody mentions innings pitched for him.
Nice curveball to start the 4th. Zach Kozart, the rookie, bounced out. Leads all National League rookies with 123 hits, and 31 of those doubles.
He's in the hits, total bases, extra base hits, multi-hit games.
So at 249, he's not getting the attention that Todd Frazier is getting, except for the people that watch him play every day.
Well, just in this series, Ricky, you know, he plays shortstop very, very well.
Yeah.
And Todd Frazier looks like a liability, especially at first base.
For call, gobbles it up, throws out Kozart. And it's hard to win with a rookie shortstop, but that's what the Cincinnati Reds have been doing.
So in my mind, because of, you know, I think he's more valuable than Todd Frazier.
Chris Heisey getting the start in center field today. Drew Stubbs had 7 straight strikeouts in this series against the Cardinals and got a ton of boos here yesterday. Ended up getting a hit in his last at bat to break that streak. But Cincinnati Reds fans are running out of patience with Drew Stubbs, who struck out 130 times on the season.
He led the National League in strikeouts a year ago, so very talented. Got powers, got speed, but just had losing patience. Heisey had a lot of his playing time diminished with the addition of Ryan Ludwig. Played a lot of left last season.
And played well.
Home runs are really down. He had 18 a year ago and only 4 this year.
50 RBIs last year for Cincinnati. Fastball misses low and in. There's that little sinking fastball. Wainwright trying to get the ground ball. 38 pitches so far. That one hung up a bit as well for Wainwright. Just didn't have the sharp bite to it, but it's a strike.
We've said that a couple times already on his curveball, but I think we're going to see as this game progresses that curveball will tighten up and be the weapon we know it always is for Adam.
Schumacher has it. Much better and tighter pitch there from number 50. Joey Votto will go on a rehab assignment on Monday for Cincinnati. They expect to have him back shortly. He won't start every day, of course, when he first comes back, but they do look forward to his return in this lineup. Lance Berkman had a hit and 3 at-bats for Memphis yesterday.
Votto went out. The Reds were just hoping to survive. They had a 1-game lead in the Central Division. They've expanded that to 7 and been playing at a higher winning percentage without him. But I think everyone is welcoming his return.
I think a lot of us would have had the conversation at the time, and I know I was involved in that conversation with a couple of people, that let's mark this date on the calendar when they lose Votto, because this could be the beginning of a deep slide for Cincinnati, which might affect the rest of the team, then the pitching, et cetera, and it just hasn't happened that way. Good curveball from Wainwright.
And the reason it didn't happen is all of a sudden that Todd Frazier and Ludwig got hot on with other. There's the good curveball way out in front. Head flying open. And a little gamesmanship here is Phillips, each time he's come to plate, has asked for the change the baseball, wants a change up. See that too often from Adam. Doesn't need it that often. Wait until he gets in that batter's box so he can't really look and peek. Comes a signature curveball.
Just barely gets a piece. Really uncomfortable at bat for Brandon Phillips. You can tell his feet are moving quite a bit. He's off balance, but he's such a good hitter. He had a base hit jammed by a fastball in the first inning, thrown out trying to stretch it into a double, but he very, very talented player. 322 since the All-Star break, but looks a little uncomfortable in this at bat.
Look how bent over he is. Knees are flexed, bat high. Remember him being that crouched?
I don't. Almost in protect mode here.
Almost like I'm going to see a breaking ball and I'm going to try and take it off the ground, and it appears that he's really bent over, and then when he starts to swing, his body comes up and his eyes have to move also. Your head moves, your eyes move, and you can't see the ball. Curveball.
Here comes another one. Spoils that one.
Reached out, just poked it.
I expect to see a cutter down and away here. Just my guess. What's Molina thinking?
Curveball.
Thought about it, didn't he?
Yep. Almost hit that one with his knee on the ground.
Sometimes a cutter acts as a pitch where Phillips will think, okay, he's finally throwing me a fastball, yet the last minute it breaks away from him, which is sometimes a good pitch off of your curveball. Little cat and mouse game going on here. Phillips is ready.
There's your cutter. I mentioned, you know, he's from such a crouch that when he took the swing a couple pitches ago, look at the knee, almost touches the ground. Now, does that look like a hitting position? And it does go all the way down to the ground. Looks like he's in defense mode all the way.
No doubt.
Fastball away.
Slicing. Out of play.
He's, I mean, instead of that location there, when he's got the count, but you know, it's 2-2. But how about elevate it? You know, he said everything's down, 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 and then change the eye angle up around the eyes and see if he'd swing through it.
Wainwright and Phillips in a battle here in the fourth. Who's going to win it? Another curveball. The 2-2. Check swing. Did he go? He did not, says Tim McClellan, the crew chief, our first base umpire. So full count now to Phillips. Well, one thing's for sure, he's elevated the pitch count of Adam Wainwright.
Yes, he has. Just added another inning. The way Adam's gone, he's been so efficient. 3-2, it's always a breaking ball.
And here we go. High fly ball, deep center field, but not deep enough. John Jay runs it down. Wainwright gets past Phillips. Welcome back to Cardinals baseball. 3-0 Redbirds. They've out-hit Cincinnati 5-2. Errorless game. Top of the fifth inning. Cardinals on a very important road trip and a big stretch here of baseball. The Cardinals head to Pittsburgh, then Washington before returning home to play the Mets and the Brewers. And we look at Cincinnati and the Pirates and their upcoming schedule. Each will play the Houston Astros, a struggling team. Pirates also have the Cubs for 3. Cincinnati having to play the Phillies. Again, I would say that's a club I would not want to play in September. Their pitching is good. Howard's back.
They were 2-2 in their recent 4-game stand in Philadelphia, and they got Halladay, Hamels, and Cliff Lee.
Wainwright is retired. He had a base hit, scored a run in the 3rd inning. Really, that's the only inning the Cardinals have done any damage against Homer Bailey. 3 up, 3 down in the 1st, 2nd, and 4th. But 5 hits in the 3rd And John Jay had one of the big ones. RBI base hit to score the Cardinals' first run. Matt Holliday contributing a 2-run single later on in that inning. Drive right at Ludwig. 2 outs. Cardinals' third inning. The difference in this game, Skip Schumacher started it off. Wainwright followed suit. RBI hit for John Jay, and then Matt Carpenter and Matt Holliday with base hits. 5 hits in the inning, 3 runs, and that's the difference.
5 hits, but 4 in a row. So one of those rallies that started at the low end of your order and then carried through the top.
Wainwright, a big part of that inning, his base hit after Rafael Furcal was not able to advance. Skip Schumacher really kind of got things going again.
Remember yesterday's game, Mike Leake had a pair of hits. He was part of their offense. Gave up 10 hits to the Cardinals, but he survived and got the win.
And for those who've just joined us, may have not seen other action in this series up until this point, Barry Larkin's number was retired yesterday, and that's why the number 11 is in the middle of the diamond here today. Congratulations to the Hall of Famer Barry Larkin. Big ceremony here yesterday. The number was unveiled. Never again will a Red wear number 11. Cincinnati native, played his whole career here in Cincinnati. Part of that new breed of shortstop. Could play defense, but also hit with a little power.
30-30 man.
Base hit to right for Matt Carpenter. He has 2 hits. Stan Musial, Johnny Bench, Barry Larkin. All stars, Hall of Famers.
MVP award winners. Stan, 24 All-Star games, the 3-time MVP. Johnny Bench, he won a couple All-Star, or excuse me, had All-Star and then a couple MVPs. And Barry Larkin was, as soon as Ozzie kind of gave away the Gold Glove, Barry got one of those too.
Kind of tough to be a shortstop in the 80s on another team and expect to get any recognition for a Gold Glove with Ozzie playing. Good pop on that fastball from Bailey. Holliday now with 87 RBIs. As you said, Al, now leading the National League in that department, 2 more than Beltran.
And Ryan Braun had caught them.
Milwaukee and Pittsburgh scoreless in the second. Bedard is pitching for Pittsburgh today. The Dodgers with Aaron Harang. There's that split Holiday swings over the top of it. 1-2.
Bailey, a 10-game winner, but also been victimized by 5 blown saves. A close one, but Carpenter getting back. But Brock would tell him he could take another step.
There goes Carpenter. High pitch. Throw to second, and they got it. Looked as if the Reds knew something was up there. Carpenter thrown out stealing. Ryan Ludwig when we come back. 3-0 St. Louis. Drink in style on Friday, September 7th with a collectible set of 2 Cardinals beverage cups. 25,000 fans ages 21 and older will receive the beverage cup set courtesy of Lumiere Place Casino and Hotels. Visit Cardinals.com for tickets. Number of Cardinal fans on hand here at Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. So far so good for St. Louis. 3-0 is the score. 3 runs on 5 hits in the third and the rest zeros. Wainwright back to work for the 5th. Long fly ball to left. Holiday back to the wall and makes the play. Ryan Ludwig has hit the Cardinals very well this year, and he almost got the Reds on the board with that swing.
Before, Cardinals have done some damage, and Ludwig and Scott rolling against Redbird pitching, but that was just a real quick, easy out for Wainwright.
Didn't have that crisp sound to it, so you knew he got in a bit on Ludwig. Strike 1 to Jay Bruce. Last 14 games, he's hit .375.
Kind of wondering why we keep on going in on him. Now, we were told that Jay Bruce was kind of in a pull mode, walking into some home runs, but he left himself with a lot of empty holes in his swing. Curveball.
Two-time All-Star.
Last 2 years.
81 RBIs for Bruce.
Not as much of a shift, but look at Alan Craig. I wonder why he's that close, and that's his glove side. He can field all foul balls. Too close to the line.
Schumacher not quite as deep as he was the last time.
And for Call on the shortstop side of second, almost behind the bag. Now for Call is going to shift, and let's see if why would you change in the middle of the count?
It's going to ask you that.
And then what's the difference, you know, with for Call now on the first base side of second, but Schumacher not playing in shallow right.
Carpenter wasn't changing in the middle of the count. He changed in the middle of the pitch.
Yeah.
Wainwright was in his delivery, and Carpenter was racing towards the shortstop. Essentially the shortstop position right now. There's the 3 guys on the right side. Full count. Most of his hits to right. That's why they're shifting. And the shift doesn't matter in this at-bat as Wainwright strikes him out on a good fastball in on the hands. Just the second strikeout for Wainwright. Good location.
I'm up empty on that one, but see that arc of a left-handed swing.
And Frazier is hit by Adam Wainwright. That's all I've got to say about that.
Kind of diving into it and can't get out of the way of it, just above the elbow.
Scott Rowland popped out in the third. Good curveball from Wainwright. Strike one. Ground ball to short. Rowland bounces out. No runs, no hits, one retaliation, and one left. Welcome back to Cardinals baseball on Fox Sports Midwest. Let's go to Pat Paris in our studio. He's paying close attention to the Pirates game, and he's going to have a Bomberito sports update for us. Pat?
Rick, thanks very much. The Pirates and Brewers in Pittsburgh, as mentioned. Bottom second, the Pirates' Travis Snyder up with 2 on and 2 outs. A long drive to right, but it's nothing but a loud out. Still scoreless now going to the bottom of the third in Pittsburgh. Rick and Al, back to you in Cincy.
Thanks, Pat. Matt Holliday to lead off the 6th for the Cardinals. A look at the Central Division standings as well as the wild card standings. We'll keep tabs on that Pittsburgh game. They trail the Cardinals by 1. And we still think the Cardinals tired out the Pirates in that 19-inning game. They are a good ball club. Line drive to center, and it gets past the center fielder, and it's going to go to the wall. Holliday should get 3. Standing up, in fact.
Might have had it inside the park, but he was not running out of the batter's box. Probably thinking it was going to be a single. But when he tried to make the sensational play, dove for it. As a pitcher, you appreciate that. But a leadoff single is a lot different than a leadoff triple. And he really didn't have any chance. He wasn't that close to that ball.
I appreciate it if he catches it.
Yeah, well, you know, you always, but you do appreciate the effort. But now you really put the pitcher in a problem with a leadoff triple. You're already down by 3. Got to pull the infield in. Now you've got to An RBI machine at the plate. Alan Craig is over his last 6, but he had that career high 13-game hitting streak stopped yesterday.
A bullet off the bat of Matt Holliday. Ground ball, foul. Past Matt. Alan Craig 0 for 2 so far this afternoon. RBI opportunity for him. 3-0 St. Louis in the 6th.
Alan has to eyes light up. He has 68 RBIs in just 84 games. He's tied for the major league lead in batter with runners in scoring position, batting .400.
Homer Bailey, very good against the Cardinals on the 15th of July here in Cincinnati. 8 innings, just 2 runs in that game. And as you say, he's either very good or not so good.
First start of the year, he gave up 3 home runs to the Cardinals.
And he just gave up another one. Big fly, Alan Craig. And it's 5-0 St. Louis.
His 20th home run, now 70 RBIs for the machine. He's always hit at every level. Just keep him healthy, and what will his season totals ultimately be?
Very animated Cardinal dugout. 5-0 St. Louis behind Wainwright.
Nobody has to tell the Cardinal players what they need to do today. Getting what they need from their ace, Adam Wainwright. The offense is generating. The middle of the order is doing their thing. Holliday has a couple RBIs, and so does Alan Craig.
Any question that this is our Nissan drive of the game? There's the delivery from Bailey. Off-speed pitch, changeup.
Look at how far it went.
Good extension for Craig. 425 feet later. Ball landed in the second deck here at Great American Ballpark.
That was a blast.
Fly ball to left. Warning track. Gives you a little indication of this ballpark here. That ball was not hit very well by Beltran, and it went all the way to the track.
It sounded like a thud, and really not hit well, but you're right, went to the track.
Kind of running out of steam here on booing Yachty. That was not a very hearty boo.
Like I say, it's a left-handed compliment. Being booed on the road.
Molina's 0 for 2. He has a 6-game hitting streak on the line.
He's hit well against Bailey in the past. About 3 years ago, Mark McGuire was smiling and raving about a young Alan Craig and a David Freese and what their futures would hold. And McClure going to start throwing in the Cincy bullpen.
Full count to Molina. Ground ball. Frazier has it. 2 outs. What's on tap, as always, brought to you by Budweiser. Kyle Loesch, 13-2. A.J. Burnett, 15-4. Very good pitching matchup. Game 1 of that series. Coverage begins at 5:30 on Fox Sports Midwest. 3-game series in Pittsburgh. Then the Cardinals on to Washington, D.C. for 4. Ball 1 to Schumacher, who's 1 for 2. Victory this afternoon would mean the Cardinals win this series. They'd even the season series with the Reds at 6, and they would pull within 6 games of the Reds. In a series that does not feature Johnny Cueto or Kyle Loesch. Another base hit for Schumacher. Loesch, 3rd in the league in ERA. Cueto 1st.
Scott Rowan was drawn in a little bit, and so that was beyond his reach. Schumacher with 2 hits. He had 3 hits. His first 3-hit game of the year on Friday night. Call looking to extend his 7-game hitting streak.
Nine hits now for St. Louis. Homer Bailey bats 2nd for Cincinnati in the bottom of the 6th, though probably his last hitter here. And he will not get a quality start today. He's had 16 on the season. Not bad. Part of a good young rotation for Cincinnati.
He turned 26 during the season. Everybody else, you know, the 4 other than the old guy, Arroyo.
Arroyo's 35. Bailey's 26. Cueto's 26. Latos and Leak both 24. Popped up. Cardinals are retired, but Alan Craig has added to the Cardinals lead. Home run number 20, RBIs 69 and 70. 5-0 St. Louis. Cardinals baseball on Fox Sports Midwest is brought to you by AT&T. The nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. And by Ford, the official vehicles of the Cardinals. I guess that's Mrs. Red. I've not met her. That's my best guess. 5-0 St. Louis.
Adam Wainwright, a couple more runs to work with. He's rocking back and forth. Just can't wait to get up there and compete.
I'm told her name is Rosie.
Rosie Red. Valdez is hit the on deck circle, so Bailey's through.
Soft liner to right. Base hit for Hannigan.
It's the 3rd hit for the Reds today.
Cardinals Care Jersey Day is Monday, September 3rd. All fans who make a $1 donation will receive a scratch-off ticket, and every ticket is a winner. Grand prize is an authentic Cardinals home jersey signed for you on the field by a current Cardinals player. That's Monday, September 3rd. Cardinals will be taking on the Mets.
Valdez batting 197. 4 home runs, 12 RBIs. utility player.
0 for 10 as a pinch hitter. The Reds pinch hitters are collectively hitting .252, which puts them right in the middle of the pack in the National League. The Cardinals bench just .197. It's been an issue this year. Washington Nationals actually the best team off the bench in the National League. They're hitting .313 as a team off the bench. That can make a difference.
Sure can.
No wonder they're in first place.
Pitching has a lot to do with it.
Bullpen's good. Hannigan the runner at first. Reds have Xavier Paul, the left-hander, on their bench. Deanna Navarro, the catcher, who's a switch hitter. Valdez, Stubbs, and Miguel Cairo, former Cardinal player. Short lead for Hannigan. The 2-2. Base hit to right. So the bottom of the order setting the table for Cincinnati as they're trying to get back in this game here in the 6th inning. Base hit for Hannigan. And this pinch hit for Wilson Valdez, who's now 1 for 11 on the season.
Speed pitch. Ball up a little bit through the right side, so they've doubled their hit total right here in this inning. Cardinals have turned one double play. Time for a double or a triple play.
Might as well just ask for the moon, Al.
Always have a chance to receive it if you ask for it.
Good point. Fastball low. I guess it'd have to be a one-hopper backhand for Carpenter. Strong throw to second.
Yeah, right at the bag. You know, just
could happen. Cozart has bounced out twice. Good cutter. Very good pitch from Wainwright. It was sharp. Late break.
Reds fans didn't like it, but catches it. Part of the bottom of the plate we've talked about, that big strike zone today, but it's been for both sides.
Curveball. Hit on the ground. Percal has it. Wide throw to Schumacher. They get him at second. He almost threw that ball into right field. Schumacher had to make an adjustment. Tough hop for Percal. He handled that, but a wide throw, and the Cardinals are able to just get one. That could have been better, and it could have been worse.
Ball almost ate up Percal, backing up on that play. And then he threw wide to Schumacher. You're coming right to the bag. You're anticipating a play that's going to be not behind you. It's going to be in front of you. So you could cross the bag and complete the throw to first. So very athletic play by Schumacher to get the force out. Now we'll just take the simple double play ball.
Fastball low to Chris Heisey, who's 0 for 2. Ball was hit so hard they had plenty of time to turn that double play. So a miss there.
Backed up a little bit, but sometimes that becomes an effective pitch.
Hannigan and Kozart, the runners. Curveball, base hit to left. The Reds are on the board.
Throwing the backed up curveball, threw another one, but it really looked like it kind of sat there. And so it's got a big hump in there, ends up at the belt tie. Pulled into left field. Enough's enough.
So the Cardinal table setters did a nice job in the third inning getting on for the top of the order, and that's what the Reds did here in the sixth inning. And you have to deal with Brandon Phillips with a couple runners aboard.
This is something that's been a little concerning, but it was more so early in the season, third time up. Wainwright much better of late to finish off a lineup.
Adam Wainwright trying to join three other Cardinal starters with 13 victories. Loesch, Lynn, and Westbrook all have 13. Wainwright at 12 and 10.
One of the benefits of yesterday's game, pitching Lance Dixon, which had to be purely the Brandon Dixon had to be he had to be the recommendation of the minor leagues, because Mike hadn't seen him since early in the season and said he was pitching the best, is that you didn't go through some of those other right-handers that were well rested today, and you brought them in when you're down, but it was 4-2 before that game got away.
Ground ball to the right side. Schumacher to second for one, and for call, can't get it out of his glove. So the Cardinals have missed on two double plays in this inning. And Brandon Phillips, who's hit into 17 on the season, gets a break there.
But you're right. For call, he just couldn't get it out of the glove, and that was the difference between him not finishing the inning and in the dugout. Nobody feels worse. Salas warming up for the Cardinals.
As is Zepchinski. Fastball misses inside to Ryan Ludwig. Long fly ball to the warning track. His last trip to the plate. Ludwig is 0 for 2.
Say this is going to be Wainwright's last batter. Doubtful he would be allowed to face Bruce, with Zepchinski warming up. Only 86 pitches, but stressful here in the sixth.
And he should be out of the inning.
Should be.
But you can't manage with should be. You have to manage with what is, and what is Jay Bruce, a dangerous left-hander on deck.
But also, you got to bow your neck. You know your teammates are trying to get those outs behind you, but you
Absolutely.
The old saying, you can't give up more than 3 outs to a good team. As a pitcher, you got to challenge yourself to say, okay, I can pitch around those mistakes and don't let it burn us.
Homer Bailey went 6 innings, 9 hits, 5 runs, no walks, and 3 strikeouts. Adam Wainwright trying to get through 6 himself, facing Ludwig. 3-1. The pitch. Curveball, beauty.
You're heading the count 3-1. You just can't be expecting a nasty curveball. You just got to tip your hat. Now with the 3-2 count, you got to guard against that. But what are you going to look for? A knee buckler and just pound it. The best thing you do is pound it in the ground. You got to hope for a fastball, and then if it's a curveball, you just learn to adjust to it.
I don't mind the fastball in here, but I think he's going to throw a curveball.
Usually do, but it's hard to look for curveball and then adjust to a fastball.
No doubt.
Fastball away. Low ball hitter.
And the pitch. Base hit to center field for Ludwig. The Reds pick up another. Phillips to third. And the Cardinals defense inability to turn the double play twice in this inning has cost them.
Mike Matheny will make the long walk out. Even he's got the high socks today. So it should be Zepchinski against Bruce.
Ryan Ludwig has kept this inning going for Cincinnati. Zepchinski to face Jay Bruce when we come back. (5-2) St. Louis. Things have gotten a bit closer here in the 6th inning. Jay Bruce yesterday gave a Jaime Garcia delivery, a ride. 432 feet.
Mid-America Chevy Dealers call to the bullpen. Mark Zepchinski, who threw a scoreless inning, produced a double play yesterday. All he needs is 1 out here. As most important for a reliever coming in with men on base is what do you do with the first man? Zepchinski has retired 35 of 58 first batters faced. He's also allowed just 7 of 37 inherited runners to score. So here's the ball game right now.
First pitch. Low ball 1. Bruce is the tying run at the plate here in the 6th inning. Adam Wainwright's afternoon is through. 5 2/3 innings, 6 hits.
4 of them this inning.
Two and 0.
Probably the only man you face, and he's falling behind 2-0. Are 2 outs, and Salas will continue to throw. He would have Todd Frazier if he can't get Bruce out.
3-1. Zepchinski behind in the count to Jay Bruce. Phillips the runner at third. Ludwig has extended the inning. He's the runner at first. Big pitch here. The 3-1. Laced to left. Handled by Matt Holliday. So Zepchinski gets Jay Bruce. We are through 6 innings. Cardinals lead 5-2. St. Louis. Welcome back to Cardinals baseball on Fox Sports Midwest. Let's go to Pat Paris in our studio. He has another Bomberito Sports update. Pat.
Ricky, thanks very much. In Pittsburgh, top of the 4th, 2-on, 2-out for the Brewers. Carlos Gomez, and he takes Eric Bedard deep to left. The 3-run homer is his 13th on the season. 3-zip. Milwaukee now in the top of the 5th. Rick and Al, back to you in Cincinnati.
Thanks, Pat. Another look at the standings in the Central. Cincinnati, St. Louis, and Pittsburgh. Cardinals leading the Pirates by just 1 game. Pirates and the Dodgers won yesterday. Dodgers have made themselves better. Big blockbuster deal. Last couple of days, they get Gonzalez and Crawford and Burnett. Our Mid-America Chevy's dealer's call to the bullpen is left-hander Sean Marshall, who spent some time as the closer for Cincinnati before Aroldis Chapman developed into one of the National League's best in that department. But this is a pretty tough left-hander.
Sure is. He was acquired from the Cubs, where he was an outstanding setup man.
Shane Robinson pinch hits. He is 9 for 38 as a pinch hitter. Ground ball up the middle. It's going to be a tough play for Phillips. Off balance throw. He's safe. Infield hit. Close play at first. Shane Robinson, good speed, beats it out.
Nice play by Phillips, but Shane Robinson, who during his collegiate career had over 100 steals at Florida State, shows his good speed. He gets down the line. Great play by Phillips. Bang bang at the plate, or excuse me, at first. Just think of that replay. Is there another one we'll keep to ourselves?
I just don't want to look at it again. Nice effort by Brandon Phillips. Good speed by Shane Robinson. Bunt attempt. It's pulled back by John Jay, who's 1 for 3. Cardinals got 2 runs in the top of the 6th after taking an early 3-0 lead, and the Reds answered with 2 of their own in the bottom of the 6th, chasing Adam Wainwright. Wainwright and Homer Bailey, the pitchers of record. 7 sack bunts on the season for John Jay. Robinson looks a little unsure of the move of Sean Marshall. Been moving back towards the bag on the last 2 pitches. Check swing. Scott rolling. Can't get the lead runner. Just as good as a sacrifice. We mentioned early in the telecast that Joe Kelly's going to get a start in Pittsburgh, and with more on that, we'll go to Jim Hayes. Jim?
Yeah, that's because the All-Star Lance Lynn replaced in the rotation by Joe Kelly for the time being. Lynn says he totally understands the move, saying I didn't pitch well enough. Lynn says he still sees himself as a starter, but he says he's got to work on some things. Top of his list being more under control. He says he didn't react well when things got choppy, and as he says, he gave away too many runs. So those are some of the things that Lance Lynn will work on as he starts his duties in the bullpen.
Thanks, Jim. And Al, you think about giving away runs, that's something you can't do in the bullpen either.
No. And he's going to have to correct his first inning problems.
Right.
Coming in with men on base or something, you know. But it was not an issue when he was pitching out of the bullpen. So.
And when you look at the full body of work this year for Lance Lynn, All-Star in 2012, you really, where would you be without him? That's the good part, but certainly not pitching well of late.
And of course, in this game, so much of it is what have you done for me lately?
It has to be.
And I don't think there's any question in our mind that he will figure it out.
If it wasn't what have you done for me lately, we'd have Bob Gibson pitching every day. I don't think we've had anybody better than him.
No, and I don't think Bob would really want to do that every day. Maybe on the 1st and 15th, but not every day.
Roger Clemens is coming back. Why can't Bob Gibson?
He went, what, 3+ innings yesterday, Roger Clemens. Pitching for Gary Gaetti. Jason Lane's on that team, one of his former Houston Astros teammates. Jim Crane, the owner of the Astros, sent a scout to check him out. Maybe a little premature. 50 years of age.
Agreed. Matt Carpenter chases the high fastball. He's now 2 for 4. Matt Holliday steps to the plate. Mizzou football fans, this Saturday the Tigers kick off their inaugural season in the SEC against Southeastern Louisiana. Many video providers in the area will offer this game on pay-per-view. Access your digital program guide or call your video provider to order the game today, or you can visit mutigers.com for details. (5-2) St. Louis. Holliday backed off the plate. He has a single and a triple. 2 RBIs.
2-run single back in the 3rd.
Hard hit, base hit. Matt Holliday. Here comes Shane Robinson. A stand-up double for Matt Holliday.
He lacks the home run now for the cycle, and his 3rd RBI of the game. He took over the leadership of the National League. He's up to 88 now, and another key 2-out base hit for the Cardinals.
And Holliday showing some emotion as he went into second base. Happy about this swing.
His 32nd double of the year. Now trade places. Alan Craig, also another big bomb. His 20th of the year last time up.
So the Cardinals get to Sean Marshall a bit here in the 7th inning. Every time I see Sean Marshall, I think we got no chance. I just think he's tough.
He is, but Robinson and Holliday are a little tougher today.
And maybe Alan Craig. Our Schnucks difference maker, Matt Holliday, 3 for 4, single, double, triple, 3 RBIs and a run scored.
Probably get another shot for that home run. Hit for the cycle.
Reds relievers, 2.76 ERA. Mentioned that earlier. As a team, you just don't expect them to give up much. The Cardinals have picked up 1 against their bullpen here in the 7th. Craig hoping for more.
Couldn't pull the trigger on the breaking ball, but
Reds minor leaguer Billy Hamilton, I see, has 149 steals now. Passed Vince Coleman earlier in the week, and he's still running.
I think we'd like to see him in September.
Ground ball, right side, base hit, Alan Craig. Here comes Matt Holliday. He's going to score, and the Cardinals add another.
Third RBI for Alan Craig. He scores Matt Holliday with his 3 RBIs, and now 2 runs scored for Matt.
Holliday has scored 82 runs on the season. Craig drives him in, takes that pitch the other way, and the Cardinals get not just 1 run off of Sean Marshall, but 2.
7-2 now. Cardinals lead, and I think it's important to get Beltran and Molina. Give them some positive offense today.
Both Beltran and Molina hitless so far. Carlos 1 for 11 in this series.
Got the injection in the sore left hand earlier in the week. Starting to show some signs of coming out of it, but 1 for 11, like you say, no room for his last 8. Make him feel a little bit better. Come up with something here.
I assume you've had some of those injections in your past. Shoulder, elbow. I think I had 1, maybe 2, but the injection itself doesn't exactly feel good.
I had one in my knee last Monday, and I can't count how many epidurals I've had in my back, but I used to get one in my shoulder every year at the All-Star break, just to
for
kick
fun?
it in. Yeah, just for fun. There you go.
Beltran gets his first hit. So Sean Marshall not having a good inning here in the 7th.
So I got my wish. It's 4 hits this inning and 3 consecutive 2-out hits off of Marshall. I wonder how much longer Dusty wants to go with his lefty.
Well, he's on step number 2. He was quick to get to step 1, then he took 1 more step, took out his lineup card. He's writing something.
Writing something is right, as
And now he's
Sam McClure
come the rest of the way.
double switch, as Xavier Paul will go into the outfield. Looks like he's taking leftover to replace Ludwig.
Molina when we come back. Time for our AT&T trivia question here this afternoon from Cincinnati. Prior to Barry Larkin, who was the last player to have his number retired by the Reds. We're giving you a hint, as we like to do.
And we'll also tell you he's a shortstop.
And we'll also tell you it's Dave Concepcion. That happened in August of 2007. What a slick fielder he was. Really fun. Kind of an exciting player. Just many ways.
Very good all-around player.
Yeah.
Good hitter.
He was known for that throw deep in the hole where he would bounce it on AstroTurf. Keep the ball low. Felt like he had a better chance of getting runners and just played with a flair.
If you threw that ball far enough out in front of a first baseman, you know, on the turf, you could get that extra hop on it, but they got a real true hop, and there's definitely a way to compensate for maybe a little lack of arm strength, or sometimes just getting it there a bit quicker.
2 runners aboard for the Cardinals.
Sam Leclerc pitched in the game Friday night, and Yachty get a chance to do some damage against him.
7-2 St. Louis. Good swing on a pitch up in his eyes. Yachty's been good with runners in scoring position. Leads the National League at 360.
Cardinals have their 13 hits again. Out hit the Reds 13-6.
One of the keys to playing the Reds this year is trying to keep Aroldis Chapman from getting a chance to play. 23 straight saves for him. He has become a lights out closer for Cincinnati.
Like you say, you get the lead and carry that lead. You can pass him to the next series. Milwaukee has added 3 more. They lead Pittsburgh 6-0. Yachty not quite healthy. That leg is bothering him and really off balance.
I would not be surprised to see Tony Cruz out there behind the plate in the 7th inning. Just look at how ginger he is.
Yeah, now watch how he immediately comes off that left ankle.
For 3 this afternoon. You know, a lot of Cardinal fans want Yadier Molina to catch every single game.
Can't.
Last 4 or 5 years, he's been second every single year in terms of number of games caught in all of baseball. Durable guy. Catchers just cannot play every day. We see it again. Just not comfortable at all at the plate.
Mentioning Tony Cruz doing a nice job as a backup, but probably the most indispensable player on the team is Yadier Molina. Prior to last year, the 2 seasons before that, they had to kind of shut him down the last couple of weeks in September because of his knee. Yachty's banner is a few times when it seemed like he took him a while to make a pitch selection, and just everything's a little off. He's gutting it out the dog days of August, but need him for the long haul.
Watch out. And that lack of balance probably leads to him tossing his bat. Interesting way to get the trainer's attention. We were in the dugout talking about Yachty as he was limping around after that last swing, and just think you have to get him out.
Yeah, I mean, you can just everything about it. So we'd be a little bit shocked. I mean, he'll probably argue with you, but
let him do it.
Yeah, and Mike Matheny's not afraid to.
Long fly ball to the track. Cardinals pick up 2 more. They lead 7-2. Time to stretch. Welcome back to Cardinals baseball on Fox Sports Midwest. Let's go to Pat Paris. He's got another Bommarito Sports update. Pat.
Rick, thanks very much. An update from Pittsburgh. Top 5 Brewers adding on Aramis Ramirez, the 2-run homer to center off Eric Bedard, number 18 on the season for Ramirez. 6 at Milwaukee now in the bottom of the 5th. Brewers hold on. The Pirates will be 1-5 since last Sunday's 19-inning win over the Cardinals. Rick and Al, back to you.
Thanks, Pat. Pirates not playing well this week. Pat mentioned 1-5. That's dropped them behind the Cardinals in the Central Division race as well as the wild card race. So it's Atlanta and St. Louis atop the leaderboard right now. Dodgers, the new look Dodgers, the Pirates, and the D-backs. Yadier Molina stays in this game. Tony Cruz saying, "Are you sure?"
Well, Mike Matheny met him when he came into the dugout, and a long discussion right there. And you know, Mike, he was a workhorse also when you couldn't get him out of a game, but nobody knows how demanding that position is when you're not 100%. But he's convinced him to stay in there. Edward Mujica has been quite the acquisition. He has not allowed a run since being acquired at the trade deadline. That was a move that really didn't get too many people's attention, but has proven to be an outstanding move by John Mozeliak and the Cardinals. He has become the 7th inning man, and he locks that down. He's got 21 holds now, that tied for 8th in the National League. And the Cardinals are starting to now. They can reduce these games down to a 6-inning affair.
We would expect to see Mujica in the 7th, Boggs in the 8th, and Mott in the 9th. Mujica, a real strike thrower. That's what you like out of your bullpen. Bit of a scare with Zepchinski in the 6th inning. He came on to pitch to Jay Bruce, got behind him 3-0, came back to get him, and that was a key at bat in this game.
They had a rocket out to left field with 2 men on, but right at Matt Holliday, and then the Cardinal offense took over and got a couple more insurance runs. Got the 2 that Adam Wainwright, the starter, led up, got him right back. The Cardinals have their 5-run lead.
Full count. So Molina, who can barely have the balance to swing the bat in his last plate appearance, is now going to crouch down behind the plate for another 3 innings and help out his staff. 7 runs, 13 hits, and no errors for St. Louis. 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors for Cincinnati.
Splitter.
And he reaches for it, pops it into right. Pitch may have been out of the strike zone. Out number 1. Things just got serious. The Cardinals were able to score 6 runs today, so any size drink, just 50 cents all day tomorrow at your nearest On the Run at Mobile. This year, 6 is a serious number. Strike 1 to Rowland. Lotion Burnett will pitch game 1 in Pittsburgh. Hard hit to right. It's deep. And it's off the base of the wall. Rowland just reached out and gave that one a ride to the right center field gap. 1-out double for the Gold Glove third baseman.
15th double this season, but he's climbing up the list of career doubles. It's 515 doubles. It ties, that just passed Edgar Martinez for 46th place. It ties Joe Cronin, the former, or the Hall of Famer.
And as we mentioned yesterday, he has already passed Babe Ruth. Imagine growing up in Jasper, Indiana, and somebody coming up to you say, you know what, someday I think you're going to have more Major League doubles than Babe Ruth. What do you think he'd have thought about that statement?
You crazy?
No question.
But he does.
Outstanding career for Scott Rowland. Hard hit to short, backhanded by Furcal. Nice easy throw, gets Hannigan. So 2 outs in the 7th.
Xavier Paul, who came in the part of the double switch, will get his first plate appearance.
Paul replaced Ryan Ludwig with that double switch. The pitcher now batting in Ludwig's spot. Paul 7 for 19 as a pinch hitter. Only 2 left-handed bats in this entire lineup for Cincinnati. Swing and a miss. Talked about the all-time doubles of Scott Rowland. Dusty Baker, 20th all-time as far as managerial victories. 3-time manager of the year, 93, 97, and 2000. And you'd have to think right now he'd be up there for consideration for this year.
Would, and
we'll see how they finish. Seven to 2, St. Louis, top of the 8th inning. Sam LeCure, third pitcher of the afternoon for Cincinnati, completes his warm-up tosses. Cardinals with 3 runs in the 3rd, 2 in the 6th, 2 in the 7th. Lead Cincinnati 7 to 2. Skip Schumacher a couple of hits this afternoon. Schumacher for call. And the pitcher spot. Great American Ballpark. Final game of the series here this afternoon. A lot of Cardinal fans here in Cincinnati this weekend. and each day has been very, very pleasant for baseball.
As long as the Cardinals hold on and win this ball game. 6 back, 5 on the loss side. Maintain the second spot in the wild card of the National League. Pick up a game on Pittsburgh. A lot of pluses. But every day this team's going to be tested.
Didn't really try to pin you down, Al, on expectations for this road trip, but I'll do it now. Why not? 2 out of 3 here. Satisfied with that, I assume. If the Cardinals can win.
You have to be now.
Got no choice.
You have no choice, right. They lost yesterday.
But in terms of expectation, headed to Pittsburgh for 3 and Washington for 4. What kind of road trip you hoping for?
What you're hoping for is 9-1 now. But realistically, you must win the series in Pittsburgh. And it's going to be tough just to split in Washington, but go 3 for 4 there.
Schumacher strikes out. So 6-4, 7-3.
Something like that. 11-3 would be outstanding.
In-game box score. Matt Holliday has done a lot of the damage. Alan Craig, a 2-run shot. A lot of contributions up and down that lineup.
The Cardinals will be battling Pittsburgh. The Reds will go to Arizona and then Houston. Arizona's got a lot to play for. And Houston is the worst team in the league, but they do play pretty competitive at home. And then they have Philadelphia come in here. So, like I said, pick up a game today. Keep on trying to pick up a game a week. The last 3 games of the year will be Cincinnati in St. Louis.
Base hit for Call. His first hit of the day.
Scalzo follow. Just sounded good, didn't it?
Sure
Line
did.
drive instead of just flicking at it. Hit that ball well.
Cardinals hoping to have David Freese back for the Pirates series. Held out 1 more game today after getting hit on the wrist on Friday. Molina hobbled a bit today. Fly ball to right, hits it off the end of the bat. 2 outs.
Mitchell Boggs, Cardinal 8th inning man, will get ready to take over. Not a save situation, but you kind of make a statement when you're playing the Reds. You go through your best.
One and one to Jay. Extended his hitting streak to 7 games with a base hit in the 3rd inning. He drove in the Cardinals' first run today. I guess they're still keeping the game-winning RBI stat, although has not really caught on very well.
No, it is not.
Essentially, it's the RBI that gives your team the lead, and if you don't relinquish it, then that's the game-winning RBI.
But in a game like this, 7-2, the first run driven in, it kind of gets lost. I think when you look at them late and close, it gets a little more attention. Or go-ahead RBIs. Cardinal fans information. Beltran leads with 13 game-winning RBIs. Is tied for 4th in National League, and he's 1st in the National League with 26 go-ahead RBIs. Got Holiday is 2nd on the team with his 12 game-winning RBIs.
Jay strikes out for call and got his first hit. He's stranded. Cardinals lead by 5. Cardinals baseball on Fox Sports Midwest is brought to you by Budweiser. Great times are waiting. Grab some buds. And by Taco Bell. Live Moss. Good afternoon so far for the St. Louis Cardinals here in Cincinnati. 7-2 lead. Mitchell Boggs has the 8th. He'll face the top of the order, Cozart, Heisey, and Brandon Phillips. Mitchell Boggs appearing in game number 61. He has been a workhorse.
And that ties his career high. Said back in 2010, well, he could hit his job. Zepchinski did a good job. Had to get one out, but it was with Jay Bruce and a couple of men on. And the game was 5-2 at that time. So expect Mitchell to do his quality work and pick up his 26th hole.
$14 hits for St. Louis here this afternoon. Daniel Descalzo stays in the game to play second base.
Skip did a nice job. Skip was 2 for 4, scored a run.
Popped up on the infield. Out number 1. And now you've been kind of hoping for a Matt Holliday cycle here this afternoon. You may see that yet. He'll have one more at bat in the 9th inning.
Lacks the home run, but he already has 3 RBIs. He'll be looking for home run number 24. I believe Mark Grudzielanek is the last Cardinal to hit for the cycle.
Heisey's 1 for 3. Base hit and an RBI in the 6th inning. In the 6th inning, a little bit of a problem for the Cardinals. Wainwright gave up a couple of runs in that inning, and they had trouble turning a double play, which added to the problem. But fortunately, they were able to escape with the lead. Zepchinski, as you mentioned, came on to get Jay Bruce.
Gave him about 5 outs that inning, and really the only inning that Wainwright had any trouble. Gave up 4 hits and his 2 runs that inning, but he's in line for his 13th victory. Be the 4th Cardinal starter with 13 victories.
Very balanced rotation for St. Louis this year, and durable. Garcia out for 2 months. That's certainly a problem, but good to have him back. Joe Kelly now in the rotation, as Jim Hayes told us. Lance Lynn will go to that bullpen. It'll be interesting to see how the Cardinals use Lance Lynn in the bullpen.
Ball. Young lady with a pick as you look at Joe Kelly. I think you had to go with keep Lance Lynn in there, but it also makes sense now to replace Joe Kelly and switch places with Kelly, who in his 2 relief outings was outstanding. 5 2/3 in the 19-inning game. Restored order, 3 innings in the other night, Friday night, picked up the win, relieving Lance Lynn.
Broken bat. What a play by Furcal. That ball had a lot of spin on it. How about that magic? Wow.
Smile, Ralphie. It's his ball. Just jams him, and look at the spin of that ball. He wasn't sure where it was. And check your glove.
How about that? You could see that was going to be a problem right off the bat. The way he jammed him, the spin on the ball. Good hands for call. Brandon Phillips.
96-mile-an-hour sinker in on your hands. Check Heisey might be over there with the trainers and with some tweezers taking splinters out of his hands.
Usually hurts more if the bat doesn't break, though. Somehow that
I wouldn't know.
lessens the pain.
You know, good hitters never broke a bat.
Okay. You say so.
Tongue in cheek.
Yes. 1-1 on Brandon Phillips. To say he's become public enemy number 2 here for the Cincinnati Reds, or maybe even 3. Johnny Cueto, I think, is the guy that kind of has the lead right now in terms of how Cardinal fans feel about him. Brandon Phillips, for a while, with his flashy play, rubbed many of us the wrong way.
Been able to back it up, though.
He sure can, and he is an outstanding defensive player, good offensive player, and there's talk of him going back into the leadoff spot, which I would expect will happen when Votto comes back. But he doesn't really complain about that. Sometimes he hits second, he's hit fourth, first, and third. That's really how versatile he is, because he can play all those roles.
I think that Walt Jocketty, one of his top goals would be to find a leadoff hitter.
Phillips strikes out. Good inning for Mitchell Bonds.
Seven to 2 Cardinals as we head to the 9th in Cincinnati. Coming up after the game on the post-game edition of Missouri Lottery Cardinals Live, Pat Paris, Cal Eldred are back in the studio. The defense was a little rough, but Waino with another sharp outing. Cal will tell you why. Carlos Beltran does something he hasn't been done by a Cardinal since 1993, and another edition of Mic'd Up. Some young Cardinal fans enjoying this one, so am I. We head back to the booth and Rick and Al, guys.
Thanks, Jim. They are indeed having a good time at the ballpark today. Matt Carpenter, Matt Holliday, and Alan Craig in the 9th. Carpenter has a couple of hits. Matt Holliday a shot at the cycle here in the 9th inning, so look forward to that at bat. Jose Arredondo having a nice season in the bullpen for Cincinnati, 2.65 ERA.
On his second appearance of the year back in April the 9th, he allowed a season-high 3 earned runs to. If you took that away, his other appearances, his ERA would be 2.13. Hard thrower from the Dominican Republic. Man that came up through the Angels organization and had the Tommy John surgery, and the Cardinals picked him up, and he's been really has an outstanding arm.
Angel fans remember him as Francisco de la Cruz, and now he is Jose Arredondo.
Truly, he signed his minor league contract, free agent, but one of those players to be named later.
Right.
Is it Jose or Juan Uribe? That was the first one.
That's the first one I remember. Former road roommate of mine. In fact, I roomed with him. It was
did.
Jose Gonzalez.
Jose Gonzalez, they changed it to Jose Uribe.
There was already a Jose Gonzalez playing in the big leagues.
Yeah, so he said there's too many Gonzalez's. So he changed it to Uribe, and now how many Uribes are around?
Including his nephew, Juan Uribe. Hard hit, right center field gap. Bruce runs it down. Strong throw to second. Carpenter slides in safely with his third hit, a double to lead off the ninth. That ball was smoked.
3 for 5 for Carpenter. Picked up 310 average now with his 3 hits. So you look at Matt Holliday's day. 2 RBIs on his first single. Then he gets his triple. Izzy dives for it, gets back to him, then triple. But then a RBI double right there, so he only lacks the home run for the cycle. Already 3 RBIs, and he's taken over the National League lead in the RBI department.
2005, Mark Grudzielanek hit for the cycle. Last time a Cardinal did it.
Prior to Grudzielanek, it might have been Mabry. He did that out in Denver one year.
Mabry's, for those who remember, hit the natural cycle, where he hit him in order: the single, then the double, then the triple, then the home run. Holliday a little out of order, but that's okay.
Single, triple, double, and now the home run. If he can drive in Carpenter, he would have his 4th career 4 RBI day without the benefit of a home run. I want the cycle.
We like to give Al what he wants. 2-2 the count to Holliday. Scored 2 runs today too, Al, and he's up among the league leaders. 82 runs scored.
Two triples along with his 32 doubles.
And the pitch to Holliday. High, full count. Seven years ago, the last time a Cardinal hit for the cycle. Very rare in baseball. Ground ball up the middle, base hit, Holiday. Here comes Carpenter. He's going to score. And the Cardinals lead 8-2, 4 RBI afternoon for Matt Holliday.
He does pick up his fourth career game with 4 RBIs without hitting a home run. RBI total now, league leading 89.
Alan Craig has 2 hits. Cardinals, a lot of offense today. 16 hits. This is a good Reds pitching staff. And they've gotten to the bullpen, 2 different relievers. 2 runs off of Sean Marshall. And now they've touched up Arredondo.
And Rick, maybe it's something to think about. We talk about how great their bullpen is, but they gave up a lot of runs in the Philadelphia series. That preceded the Cardinals coming in town. If they could start doing that, maybe they aren't going to be that shutdown relievers down the stretch.
Well, there was a lot of talk about the Reds maybe using their relievers so much in the early going they might get worn down.
And you kind of wondered, because you have Salas down there and he had 24 saves last year, it is probably another good day to rest Mott.
Matt Holliday, 4-hit afternoon. He's our Budweiser player of the game, 4 RBIs.
Alan Craig has 3 RBIs in this game. Nice to have choices.
This is one of those days when you watch the Cardinals or play against them if you're Dusty Baker, or root against them if you're a Cincinnati Reds fan. You say, how does this team lose? They are so good. They hit with power. They got a guy like Wainwright.
Got, good starting pitching. The bullpen has straightened out its issues.
Ground ball up the middle. Another base hit. Goes past Kozar. 3 hits for Alan Craig. And the hits just keep on coming.
Holiday is up to 309. Alan Craig 318 as he gets closer to having enough plate appearances to be included with the leaders. John Jay 314. Look at the 3rd hit. Kozar got a glove on it, slowed it up. Molina was 3rd in the league with his 324.
Now Carlos Beltran. And the Cardinals leaving town here. Will be through with the Reds at least for this weekend, but still nice to get their bullpen in a little bit of disarray. Even in a game where you've got a comfortable lead, you like to kind of pound the bullpen too and mess them up for the next series.
Well, that's true. Like I said, everybody thought that they could just reduce the game to take a couple innings off, but rough up Arredondo. Marshall was exploited. Dusty can't get to Chapman.
High fly ball. Who wants it? Paul makes the play. Beltran is retired. The Reds, after the game today, will head to the airport, and they're going to go to Phoenix. 3 games against the Diamondbacks, then an off day, then to Houston for 3.
I said Arizona's got something to play for. They think they're in the wild card hunt, so
no doubt
those games will be competitive. And they face Philadelphia. They come home off the road here. They're going to get some tough pitching.
Hard hit, but foul by Molina. In that Arizona series, they'll face Trevor Cahill, and we've seen him good. He's 9-10. Decent season. They're also going to face Wade Miley in that series. Last 7 games, maybe a sign.
Yeah. They sent out Andrusic. Another talented setup men.
They've lost Ryan Madsen, Nick Massett, Bill Bray to injuries.
Madsen was acquired to be their closer this year, and first day of spring he went down, lost for the year. Massett lost for the year early.
He's been a bit uncomfortable today, playing in some pain and just kind of rooting for him to get a hit. I mean, he's been dealing and kind of toughing it out here this afternoon. You'd like to see him get rewarded.
I want to see him trot.
Yeah, you don't want to see him try to
and I mean
beat out a hit.
Around the bases.
Fly ball to center. God, he barely gets out of the box.
I won't say anything about that because he's
that's why.
Right. Tony Cruz will hit. And hopefully he will go in to catch. David Freese, one more day for his sore wrist, and Ryan Jackson on the bench now.
Cruz has his average up to 242. He had a rough start this year offensively. Didn't really get a chance to hit very often, but swinging the bat much better.
3 for his last 5. He's had his 5th multi-hit game and scored both runs yesterday. He's reached base safely in each of his last 10 starts. Had an extra base hit in 7 of his last 12 starts.
Waves at the off-speed pitch. He strikes out. Go to the bottom of the 9th. 8-2 St. Louis. More than 440,000 Americans die each year from smoking-related illnesses, including cancer, heart disease, and stroke. 10,000 in Missouri alone. Call the Missouri Tobacco Quit line to quit now. 1-800-QUIT-NOW. Fernando Salas has the 9th. The Reds won game 2 here yesterday. 8-2. Same score here in the bottom of the 9th. Cardinals have out-hit the Reds 17-7. Barry Larkin's jersey retired here yesterday, but today it's been all St. Louis.
About Salas, last time we saw him was Friday night, and he struck out all 3 batters he faced. There'd be Miguel Cairo, our good friend and former Cardinal.
Always love seeing Miguel.
He will have a place in this game when he hangs it up, and that could be as soon as next spring.
He thought it was going to be about 3 years ago.
Yeah, he told me about 3 years ago he thought that he wouldn't make the team out of spring training. Walt Jockney said, "Nope, you're on my team. I want you." And he's been with the Reds ever since that time, but batting 169 now.
Fouls it straight back. Fernando Salas with the big lead has the 9th instead of Jason Mott. And Salas was very good the last time we saw him on Friday.
It was a dominant 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts.
Hard hit the center. Jay has it. This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the St. Louis Cardinals and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the St. Louis Cardinals. Jay Bruce, the batter, in the 6th inning. Perhaps the most pivotal moment of this game. Reds were coming back. They scored a couple of runs in the 6th. They just trailed by 3. He was the tying run, and Zepchinski went 3-0 on Bruce and then was able to retire him.
Yesterday, the Cardinals appear to be doing what they have to do, and that's win this series. Pittsburgh, ever since beating the Cardinals in the 19-inning affair last Sunday, they have really struggled. They were swept by San Diego. Lose 2 out of 3 to Milwaukee. Cardinals will take them on in Pittsburgh starting tomorrow night.
Change up, popped up, long way to run for Carpenter, and no chance.
By the way, I think Carpenter, with his 3 hits today, has taken over the lead. The best batting average of National League rookies again.
And you mentioned during the homestand, you said no chance for him to win the Rookie of the Year, and I knew where you were going with that. He just doesn't have enough at-bats compared to some of the other players, so he doesn't have the notoriety. And really a shame, because Mike Matheny'd like to have him get more at-bats.
He's going to get some attention for that
no doubt.
honor, and he'll get some votes. Miley will be trying to beat out Cozart and Frazier.
Ground ball to the short right fielder.
I love that shift.
You've been saying that all day. No complaints now.
Love that shift. Works every time.
Cardinals hoping to go to plus 13. A number they reached on Friday after winning game 1 of this series. Strike 1 to Frazier. Fernando Salas trying to finish it off for St. Louis. Key moment in this game, Cardinal manager Mike Matheny went and got Adam Wainwright. In some ways, I'm sure that was not an easy decision. Pitch count had started to pile up for Wainwright.
I remember he gave up 4 hits that inning, and with Jay Bruce coming up, I anticipated that he would do that, and Zepchinski did the job.
And so does Salas, and so does the Cardinals in this series. Matt Holliday, 4-hit afternoon. The Cardinals beat the Reds 8-2, and they win the series.
Pick up a game on the Reds this weekend. They're now 6 games back, but 5 in the loss column. That's the important column to look at. And they kind of secure that wild card again. But you're still looking for the Central Division crown. That's what you're shooting for.
6 more games to go for that. Don't go away. The Missouri Lottery Cardinals Live postgame show is coming up next.
Game is over with a Cardinal victory. Cal Eldred and I here to break it all down on High Sox Sunday. The edition of Missouri Lottery Cardinals Live will be coming up. This is quite a weekend for the Cardinals as they take 2 out of 3.
It's what they really thought. If they could pull it off, it would be great. And it's exactly what they were able to do. Another very good start by Adam Wainwright, even though you know he wanted to be out there longer, but the offense once again continued to add on.
More from Cal coming up. Plus, after splitting the first 2 in Cincy, the Birds trying to escape the Queen City with a series win. We'll tell you how they were able to do it. Plus, Adam Wainwright has been dominant over the past month, but he's had some trouble with the Reds this season. Cal tells us how he's able to solve his struggles with the Redlegs. We'll take you back to Cincinnati for some Cardinal player reaction, as well as Mike Matheny's post-game thoughts as well. Hey, Cal, it's National Toilet Paper Day, but that does not mean you're allowed to go TPing the neighborhood. Stick around. Missouri Lottery Cardinals Live is next.